Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is dtiys, and in today's video I'll be showing you guys my process for my entry for samdoesarts draw similar style. Blah, that's a lot of words. This is my entry for samdoesarts draw the senior style challenge. Yeah, I've not participated in any draw the senior style challenge in a while, and I thought that this would be a prime opportunity to do so, and also to try out a pen tablet that XP Pen were kind enough to send over to me. So in this video I'll be doing two things: showing you my process and also giving you my review of the artist 10 tablet that was sent to me by XP Pen. I don't think I really need to introduce you guys to this artist. Sam is one of the fastest growing artists on the web, and yeah, all of you watching this video probably know his content by now, and if you don't, check him out on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. He's an amazing, talented artist, and I feel like he has mastered lighting and color, and his technique is really amazing. He draws a lot of pretty girls, and his art is very good to look at. I don't know what else to say, but yeah, I love the way he draws expression as well. His stylization is really beautiful, and obviously I'll be drawing his character in my style, but I also wanted to try and maintain their proportion and also learn from him in a way. So I tried to increase the vibrancy in this illustration, so like more saturation, more warmth to the characters, and obviously it's not going to look like his. That's not my intention, but I really wanted to have that in my drawing. Before I continue on with the video, I'll just quickly give my review on this XP Pen tablet. I would say that this is probably my favorite experience with a pen tablet. I use my iPad. I've been using my iPad for like 2 years now, and I use that for all my drawings. I don't use any other tablet, and I just find it very convenient and easy and very straightforward. And also because I love Procreate, I've not really fallen in love with any other application like I have fallen in love with Procreate. So Procreate is just my comfort zone. So in this review I'll be using IB's paints. I was only able to use it for 1 hour because that's the limit for the free version. So I couldn't work on my laptop as long as I would love to. So this review is just me. I tried the pen tablet for like approximately 2 to 3 hours, and there's been no issue so far. The only thing I wish is that I wish it was a touch screen, because I'm so used to my iPad. Other than that, I don't have a problem. I also wish that it came with the USB-C cable, so I could try it with my phone as well, because I think it would be really amazing to be able to carry that around with me if I want to draw, if I'm traveling, for example, rather than carrying my iPad Pro, because I don't want to lose. I'd rather lose a cheaper pen tablet than my iPad Pro. So, and one thing I loved is seeing my art from 2 screens, and the reason why I love this is different screens have different temperatures and saturation, so I was able to see how it looks on different screen settings. It's very, very easy to use as well, because I feel like some pen tablets, when you're trying to connect them to your laptop or your system, it can be very complicated, but I didn't experience that. It was just basically connecting all the wires to my laptop and it starts working straight away. and the pen does not require any batteries or whatever. Check it out for yourself. I'll leave the link in my bio, and I'll leave the link in my description. I'm so used to being on Instagram. I'll leave the link in the description and the comment if you're interested in tablet. Thank you. Now back to my process. You might have noticed now that in this process I'm picking different references, and one of them is references of dogs, and that is because for some reason I thought Bruce was a dog, even though I've been following his ass for a long time and I've seen Bruce several times in his illustration. Bruce is not a dog, Bruce is a cat, but I thought it was a dog when I was working on this illustration for some reason. I don't know why. So trying to fix the character and change it back to a cat was really frustrating. And yeah, I didn't realize until someone told me on Instagram, and I was like, wait a second, yes, it is actually a cat. So yeah, you won't see the process of me changing it in this process because I didn't record that, but I'll show you guys the end result. And I don't know, I think it's because Bruce just sounds like a dog's name. Like when I was thinking, okay, I'm going to draw Kara and Bruce, my mind automatically went to Bruce, to a dog. And because the cat is so stylized, I couldn't, my mind couldn't think about like what kind of animal. I just think it was a small, fluffy, cute animal. I don't know. I feel so dumb right now trying to explain this to myself. So stupid. I like to add like a rough sketching of the lighting, the colors, everything before I go into rendering, just so I can visualize how it's all going to look at the end. And I feel like it's a great practice because it allows you to make changes at the beginning and see how everything's going to look before you go in depth into rendering and realize that maybe you don't like something about this thing. Obviously you can still make changes, but at least it will reduce the amount of changes that you make. It's going to be very hard to explain my full process in a 5-minute video, so what I'm going to do is just pick a section of my process and share that into this video. A common question I get is, how many layers do I use? So in today's video I'll be talking about my layers. I usually keep my layers to a maximum of 10, and at the end of the process it can go down to 4. So for this illustration, I think I started with the background color first. Then because she's in front of the sky background, obviously the sky has a gradient to it, so I made sure that I added that subtle gradient to the background. Then I created another layer for the plant and another layer for the pole, and that is all the layers done for the background. So the background in total has 3 layers. Then obviously a new layer for the sketch, usually on a multiply layer or a soft light or add light. It just depends on the illustration and what I'm feeling that day. Like if I feel like add light works best on my sketch layer, then I keep it with that. But if it works best with the multiplier, I keep it as a multiply layer. Just whatever I'm feeling that day. Generally, whatever the illustration calls for, that's what I go with. And the sketch layer is divided into 2. So the character is one sketch, then the dog or cat. I'm trying to avoid talking about this dog, but I feel like I have to because it's just right there. There is no dog in my sensei, but there is, unfortunately. So yeah, those are 2 layers down for the sketch. Then I have one more layer for the skin, and one layer for the hair and jacket on a clipping mask, so it's clipped into the skin layer. Then I have another layer that's also clipped into the skin layer, which is the layer for the top and trousers, both in one layer. And I think that's pretty much. Oh, and finally one last layer for the lighting, for the rim lighting, and I believe that is a hard light layer or color dodge layer, one of those two. It is generally what I use for my rim lights. Sometimes I use the hard light hard layer as well, but I find it's pretty strong sometimes, so I try to avoid using that. But I feel like in this drawing, because I wanted to keep that saturation going, hard light was the best option for me, so I believe that's what I used. If I didn't use that, then I probably used the color dodge. And that's pretty much most of my layers done. Then the other layers are probably for the eye highlights, for texture, and maybe like for an overall filter layer, and that's pretty much it. And at the end of the illustration, when I feel like I'm almost done, like when I'm 80% done with the illustration, I like to combine all the layers I've created for my characters together into one layer, and then render more on that one layer. So by the end of my illustration, I might just have 4 layers left. So like one layer for the background, one layer for the characters, and maybe 2 more layers for texture and filter, and that's pretty much my layers. Yeah, I think that's it. And that's the end of the video. If you like my video, like I said before, please make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you to those that have supported me so far. It's really encouraging and helps me to keep YouTube going, because sometimes I feel really discouraged to post on YouTube. So I really appreciate the comments, the likes, the subscribing, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.